Thunder's just a noise, lightning does the work, right? It's always substance over noise. Watched a couple hours of Coach Saban. Thought that'd be a good place to start, but I did come across a quote, something that I thought kind of pertained to what Coach Darling says in our meeting after the steak dinner. Individual success is natural. You obviously want to be successful, you want to do your best. So you have the right to fail. Each and every one of you have the right to fail. And I tell all our players this all the time. You have the right to make the choices and decisions to fail, but you really don't have the right to make those choices and decisions that affect everyone else and cause them to fail. What I got out of it, he's saying, individuals make the team. You don't come to Aquinas and say, Aquinas is successful, I'm on a team, therefore I'm successful. No, you have to do your part. That team's made up of reliable and dedicated individuals. Then success comes for the team after that. When I think about reliable and what I want from a teammate, I think of respect. Do you have respect for the principles that are in place, the standards that are in place and still being built upon? And most importantly, do you have respect for each other? Coaches, players, everybody. Second, I think of trust. Do you trust what you're being coached? Do you trust where we're trying to take you guys? Win, title, whatever it is. And then do you trust the person next to you, and vice versa, can they trust you? Third and final thing, I think of discipline. All the time, you've probably heard it a million times, you've seen the sign in the weight room. Do your job, do it when you're supposed to do it to the best of your God-given ability. In that speech of Coach Saban, he put it even simpler. He said, undisciplined players do dumb things, disciplined players do smart things. Play to the best of your ability, play for each other. We're playing for that goal each week, the biggest game, because it's our next one, and get after it.
The theme this week for me is focus. Football is a game that takes 11 focused men doing their jobs. I've been involved in football 50 plus years, and the thing I like about it is that, it only takes one time not to focus for it to be a critical mistake. Okay, and then focus on a this play mentality. That's hard to do. From both a positive standpoint and a negative standpoint, if something great just happened, I watch it all the time in college football and the NFL, and you check me on this. You watch a game. When a linebacker has a defensive line stunt that frees him up and he goes through and tackles the quarterback and he gets up and walks toward the goal line and does this, every time it happens, I watch him on the next play. And he inevitably gets flat-backed or misses a tackle because he's celebrating what happened instead of what's to happen. You cannot focus on what just happened, whether it be good or bad. It doesn't make any difference. And focus when the ball's put in play on this play. And that's all that matters, and it's hard to do. We go out and do what we do. We are who we are. It's our next game, and we completely control the outcome. I believe that.
All right, so Coach was alluding to this. Every game is national championship. That's what it is, because you only got one game a week. Okay, no matter how big this game is, for them, it is still more important to us. We have put in more time. We have put in more effort in the weight room. There's no doubt.
Standing in the rain with his head hung low, couldn't get a ticket, it was a sold-out show. Heard the roar of the crowd, he could picture the scene, put his ear to the wall, then like a distant scream, he heard one guitar. Just one guitar.
defense, they're gonna make a couple of plays. They practice. Next play attitude, right? After that, let's go.
In a town without a name, in a heavy downpour, thought he passed his own shadow by the backstage door, like a trip through the past. To that day in the rain, and that one guitar made his whole life change. Now he needs to keep it rocking. He just can't stop. Gotta keep on rocking. That boy has got to stay on top and be a jukebox hero. Got stars in his eyes. He's a jukebox hero. Got stars in his eyes. Yeah, jukebox hero. Stars in his eyes. With that one guitar, he'll come alive tonight. He's gotta keep it rocking. He just can't stop. Gotta keep on rocking. That boy has got to stay on top and be a jukebox hero. Got stars in his eyes. He's a jukebox hero. Got stars in his eyes. And just one guitar hero to put stars in his eyes. Now he's just a jukebox hero.
Offense, they're gonna wear them down as much as we can and make them quit. That's always our goal. At some point, they're gonna quit.